Grand opening, grand closing.
Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. You're only friend these YouTube streets, Puerto77. Let's get straight to it. We don't like AAA gaming now? What? What? That's it. AAA gaming is the cause of all these problems. That's it. Make less AAA games. Make less games that are graphical masterpieces and stuff like that. We don't need quality animations and all that stuff. Like, so all that is the problem. That's the problem, right? The industry is doomed. What are you talking about? The industry is not doomed. Are you guys dumb or are you stupid? Like, who raised you? Like, what are you talking about? The problem with the industry isn't AAA gaming. It's corporate greed. Profit is not enough. Massive profit is not enough. Whatever level profit is made, that is not enough because they expect the next level every time. The Sony Q&A, they talking about why didn't they make more profit. They're not saying they didn't make profit. So some of y'all, and I'm not talking about you subscribers, I'm talking about the idiots out in social media. Y'all dumb as hell. Y'all, you don't even bother to actually listen to the source of any information, but yet you all speak on it because another idiot that so happens to be a content creator speaks on something they didn't even see, and y'all all misconstrue it. Simply because, let's be honest, y'all here cucking for Xbox, and y'all still can't let it go, even though Microsoft just spat. Microsoft out here got y'all looking like Adam 22, and they leaning the plug. Everybody else is tapping it, and you're sitting there watch. Wow, this shit is wild. All right, the Sony Q&A, they are asking about more profit, meaning they made profit, they just want more. What steps can be taken to make more profit? Now, I don't know if you guys know what profit means, but profit is the money left over once the revenue and they pay back all the obligations. Whatever's left over, that is profit. So they made profit. Gaming is profitable. It's very profitable. Do not fall into that bullshit about it's not sustainable. Not making profit is unsustainable. That's unsustainable. When you don't make profit, yes, you cannot sustain a business that doesn't make profit. They making profit. The only problem is they're not making enough profit. They want more. And you best believe it isn't because they have bigger ambitions to make better games. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. And you guys are falling for this bullshit with, oh, AAA games, we need more AA, single A games and stuff like that. Here's the problem. There is a shit ton of single A and AA games. Lots of them. Hell, some just came out. Are you guys buying Grand Blue Fantasy? Recently it was announced they sold 1 million copies. How come they didn't announce it sold 6 million in 3 days? How come it's not 6, 7, 8? Will Grand Blue Fantasy ever sell 10 million? Rise of Ronin, that's more like, you know, a AA game. It's not a big budget game. Will that game announce, oh, we just sold 4 million in 2 days? No. Is Stellar Blade gonna be a 10 million seller? 15 million seller? Nope. None of those games are going to be those 10 million, 15 million sellers. See, the problem is here, you guys actually think just typing words on Twitter means something. It doesn't mean a damn thing. It doesn't mean shit. In order to show the industry that gamers are good with single A and AA games, they had to see consistent high sellers within those genres. So far, this year, right, the only game that you can arguably say that's a AA and sold amazingly well is Helldivers. That's it. I'm sorry, one-offs ain't gonna cut it. They need to see consistency. That means they need to see Helldivers sell. They need to see, yes, Grand Blue Fantasy sell a lot. They need to see Rise of Ronin sell a lot. They need to see Stellar Blade sell a lot. Consistent patterns, because the AAAs, they consistently see sell well. Even the ones that are like in a top 10 of sellers, they're at the point where even good selling AAAs is still not enough. That's how much AAA games sell, because that's the games we actually buy. That's the game across the board that gets bought. These one-off AA games and single A games that once in a while like lead the pack on a rare occasion, no. They want to see consistency all the time. Meaning every month we look at MPD or Circana software sales or Chart Track software sales, we constantly see single A, AA games in the top charts. But we don't. We hardly ever see those games in the top charts. Why? Because most people don't buy them. Those type of games, 1 million, 2 million games are successful. You can't convince the industry that games that sell 1 million, 2 million is the way ahead. They're not. Sorry. They're not going to do that. The hell are we talking about here? Now we hate AAA games, yet that's the games most people buy. Stop your bullshit, bro. Just stop your bullshit, all right? That energy is not reciprocated. Every single month, we see the games that get bought. Every single month for like the last 10, 15, 20 years. We see the titles, okay? AA single games is like the one-off. Once in a blue, there might be a breakout hit. And then we won't see another breakout hit in the single A, AA space for years. Because the AAAs will just constantly dominate. Stop your bullshit. Stop this nonsense, all right? Stop this nonsense, all right? Making up that it's clear that you guys still want to admit you're alcoholics. Right? I said this in my other videos, right? Just admit you're a freaking alcoholic, meaning AKA admit Microsoft console strategy failed. And that's it. Don't bring up anybody else. Don't bring up PlayStation. Don't bring up Nintendo. Don't bring up anybody. Just stick with that. Console failed. Move on. Microsoft console strategy failed. Move on. That's it. We'll see how things goes. Right? But stop making excuses that instead of saying Microsoft console failed, now you say, no, industry failed. No, Microsoft console failed. That's it. That's it. No, that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Your favorite brand failed. Your favorite brand, your brand that you cheered for what, since 2013, failed. All that loyalty failed. Year after year making excuses, lying, ignoring facts, failed. That's it. You invested all these years, 10 years of your life in failure. That's it. Don't try to church it up or change it up and think, oh, no, we didn't fail. It's the industry failed. No, you failed. Your brand failed. Everything that you put up for 10 plus years failed. You have people out there now, Tim Dog. Tim Dog is the biggest Xbox fans in social media, period. Even you can say the biggest Xbox fanboy, period. Even he finally saw the light. When Tim Dog sees the light, you know shit's gone left. Because there's only so much. And boy, he went through it. He named himself Project Natal for life. And then he changed his name to xCloud. So believe me, even when Xbox was at its worst, he defended them. Even at its worst. At its worst. At its worst in every sense of the word. Because he believed that there was an inkling of competitiveness that they were going to fight back. And at a certain point, they would fight back. And when they bought Bethesda and ABK, he honestly felt that they're doing this to bring the console back. And that all this other stuff, like day and date on PC, gaming on TV and all that stuff, that's just extra money. But that money's being built up. ABK and Bethesda has the franchise and titles, and that combined might will form and push Xbox consoles back on the competitive market so they could gain the mind share and the market share of what he was used to with 360. But when Microsoft announced 4 games on PlayStation, he knew that does not make sense. And that the hope of Xbox trying to compete with PlayStation or even be better than PlayStation is gone. Completely gone. So he's done. He's done doing that because there's nothing else. If Microsoft's not even putting Xbox on the, on this priority list, then why should he? But what is cool, I ain't gonna say what is cool, what is interesting, reading Tim Dog's timeline and just looking at his timeline, it just goes to show, and I'm gonna say this to the Xbox community, none of you have real friends in your community. You don't. All this bullshit about this community has been exposed. Complete fraudulent community. Because the moment You talk shit about Xbox. The moment you're done in saying this is not the brand, whatever, they will turn your back on you. All these dudes that's followed Tim Dogs for years, they're just going at him. They're like, yo, he's just been complaining maybe what? A week or two, maybe? 2 weeks? Let's say 3 weeks. And they're like, oh, shut up, stop talking about Xbox. Never mind the fact that he's been bigging up Xbox for 10 plus years. Longer than that. Because he's been bigging up Xbox since the 360 days on Facebook or whatever. But let's say since the Xbox One, since everything started going to shit, right? He still has been bigging up Xbox, exaggerated some stuff, misrepresents some stuff, or told people give it time, whatever, for 10 plus years. These guys weren't tired of that. They weren't tired of him hoping. Nope. But now they're tired of him. Yo, I'm telling you, community is fraud because they are loyal to the company. It doesn't matter what they do with Xbox. As long as Xbox exists in some form, in some manner, just so they can say they're an Xbox fan, that's it. And be happy with that. Unbelievable. What's happening to that community, to the people, is insane. Absolutely insane. It's just crazy. Well, but anyway, cut that nonsense out. All right, AAA gaming ain't the problem. Right? AAA gaming is sustainable. Absolutely. Right? What is not sustainable is corporate greed. Okay? And do not think, and I'm going to go into my next topic. PlayStation going day and day to PC, right? Will benefit PC gamers, right? Will benefit corporate pockets, but it will not make gaming better. Do not think whatever extra money they get from PC, it will be reciprocated or put towards better products, better gaming. No, it's just going straight to their pockets. If anything, I can argue that the quality of gaming, and what I mean by quality is the details, the meticulous details that can put a PlayStation game at the Game of the Year type level, will actually go down. Okay? Because to put day and date on PC means you're going to take a studio right now. You take a studio, excuse me, sorry about that. You take a studio right now. Any of the PlayStation studios, they make a game for that box. Okay? There's a reason why people don't want cross-gen refresh, right? Because it's multi-platform and weaker hardware, whatever. Anyway, so you got a PlayStation. You make a game for PS5. The development studio only makes a game for that PS5. That's it. Set specs, no weird stuff. In fact, they're the ones that influenced the console to be designed the way it is. So not only are they only making games for one spec, it's their spec. They're the ones built it the way it's built. They're the ones that put the whole SSD hype. It's their shit. They work with Mark Sony. They have the biggest influence, so that's their baby. They know that console, the tools and everything. They're the ones that help create it. So they are making games for the very thing they created. And that's it. They get told you got 4 to 5 years, maybe up to 6, whatever. Let's say 5 years. We'll use that number for the sake of conversation. You got 5 years to make this game. Here's your budget to make this game. So you got your development studio. You got your budget. You got 5 years. You got one console. And that's how they make the games. And in this environment, they're able to make the meticulous details, meticulous animations, put the fuzzy hair on Aloy's cheeks, all that meticulous detail, craftsmanship, masterpiece writing, all that. Now you're going to take that studio and tell them, hey, from here on out, that console's not the only thing you're going to make games on no more. You are also going to make PC, and yes, we understand there's insane amount of configurations, but you're going to port your game and it's going to release day one. That means the day release on console is the same day it's going to release on PC at the same time. But you're not going to get more time to develop. You're still stuck on 5 years. We're not going to increase your budget. And you probably think, oh, product, they have to increase the budget. No, that defeats the purpose of making more money. You don't make more money by spending more money. No, to increase profits, they want the same amount of budget, but more platforms. So you can get more sales. That's how you make more profit. Again, this is about corporate greed. This is not about making games better. Corporate greed. So you're going to get the same budget. To be honest, you might not even keep the same staff. They just laid off people. So chances are you're going to be making these games with less people. Okay. You got less people, same budget, your console platform, and the various configurations of PC, and you still have to do it in 5 years. You really believe the game's gonna get better, or at least remain the same? You think they have time to put meticulous details? Really? Yeah, really. More consoles, same budget, at best, same amount of people, arguably less people, layoffs, same release window, same year's amount of development, and you're gonna get the same product or better. You have to be dumb or stupid to think that's what's gonna happen. Now, of course, people's gonna say one developer, but Rockstar. Let's look at Rockstar. Yeah, let's look at them. They take 6 to 7 years to make a game. Fact. They don't make new IPs anymore. They stopped doing that. Fact. They're like 3-4 times the size of Naughty Dog. Fact. They suck at remastering games. Have you seen them remaster Trilogy? That shit was trash. So clearly they don't put even efforts into games they decide to remaster, right? They don't do day and day PC. Fact. They don't even do day and day online with the game you bought that's supposed to have online. You're gonna have to wait to play the game online. So even when you buy Grand Theft Auto 6 that's coming, and you know it's gonna have online, you're not gonna be able to play it for at least a month. They're gonna lock it out for at least a month. So you don't even get day and day game modes on the very game you paid $70 for. So no day and day game modes, you're gonna have to wait. No day and day PC, you're gonna have to wait. They're not creating new IPs, so you can forget about that. They're not gonna revisit old IPs and bring sequels, scratch all that bullshit out. They take 6 to 7 plus years to make a game. They have a shit ton of developers, more than anybody else, just to focus on that game and their gas service, and they have a huge budget. That's what it takes to still make quality games. Give up on the idea of making new IPs, scratch that. Take more time to make games. Yep, even longer. Still no day and date on PC. Not even day and date multiplayer. You see what I'm saying? Because if Rockstar actually still made new games, right? Made sequels to some of the franchises they own, did day and date PC, and get it done in 5 years, and launched online in 5 years, and still maintain that game of the year quality, then you will have a point. Because then I would be like, yo, they still making new, single player experiences. It only took them 5 years to make the game. It's day and date on PC. The online mode's day and date. And the game's a banger. Then you would win. It would, yeah, you're right. But that's not how they operate. Because even they know creating these big AAA games at that level of quality, you have to give. Something's got to give. Right? If you expect Sony to go day and date on PC and provide those game of the year level games, you got to give them at least 7 years. 6 to 7 years. They're not going to do it in 5. One game per console generation. One game per generation you're going to get from them. One game. They focus on that one game for 7 years. They get a bigger budget and more people. And they'll get it done. And yes, that's the only way you're going to get that. One game per generation. One game per 7 years. They'll be able to do it then. Right? Because they'll have that extra time for the meticulous details. Make sure both platforms are great. 7 years, bigger budget, whatever. But here's the problem. That's not actually going to release more profit. Releasing one game every 7 years, and you need more people and a bigger budget, that defeats the purpose of more profit. More profit in this system means the same budget or less, the same people or less, the same time frame, but more platforms to sell to. That equals more profit because you're going to get more sales without investing more money. That's how you make more profit. You can't be concerned with quality under those conditions because you're not going to get it. You're going to release good enough, decent, good enough, acceptable games. But you can forget about game of the year level titles that compete in the industry where people could be like, wow, look at this. PlayStation setting the bar. Those days are over. You just get good games. And again, people thinking, Sport Rock, what do you mean by quality? We don't understand. I'll give you a perfect example. I had the discussion with Hard 8 on Twitter. I'll give you the perfect example. One of the biggest pet peeves Hard 8 has in gaming, and he's been doing this for over a decade, this thing gets on his nerve, is when characters go in an environment with water, they either is raining or they go inside a body of water, lake, river, whatever, and when they come out, they're bone dry. Their cloth is not wet. I'm not lying. That's his thing. He hates that. He will notice that shit, and that shit annoys the hell out of him. Well, guess what, Hard 8? You better get used to it. Them dudes come out dry as fuck. They're going to come out dry as fuck. Their hair is going to stop moving. It's going to be monsoon season, and you think they have repellent. The water's not even going to bounce off their body, let alone they're going to come out drenched. All those meticulous details, you can forget about it. Because there's no way you're going to pay attention to all these gun animations and stuff like that. You know, the reflection off the eyeballs and stuff like that. The freckles and the face shit and, you know, the wrinkles and all that shit. When you still have to release the game in 5 years on more platforms, you didn't get more money, and you might even have less staff. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. And what's going to give is meticulous details to these games. Right? And you can see that with a lot of third parties, because look at the most third parties. Most third party games don't go to that level of meticulous detail. Most don't. There's only the few exceptions. Why? Because they're in that constrained environment. They don't have 7 years to release a game. And they're certainly not going to get the super big budget. They just have to make a game that's generally good across all the platforms and release in a timely manner and call it a day. Very few are going to try to step up. Rockstar is one of those few, but again, I just covered on what they have to do that. So unless we want to see Sony stop making new IPs, or very few IPs, and then when IPs they do make, they take like 7-8 years to make, I don't know what to tell you. But now, let's cut over to this. When you look at this, come on, man. Let's listen to Paris. Let's listen to his shit right now.
It pulled me in. And then like when I got to play with you, going back playing remake stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I get it now. This is really freaking cool. This is a great series. I understand why it's so beloved by so many people and people are so excited for it. But then that brings up the problem. You can only play it on PlayStation 5.
Yep.
And the Xbox community was pretty vocal about that this week, that how bummed out they were that this great game, if they don't have a PlayStation or a PC, by the way, you can't play this game. I mean, if you don't have an Xbox or a PC is what I'm saying, but you can't play this game. Yeah, and it sucks. Just flat out, it sucks. And to your point, Remake isn't even on Xbox right now. And my thing just comes to this. It is coming from a third-party publisher. We obviously see everything that's going on in the industry right now. I hope this is the last time we see something like this, in the sense that we got to have these games, especially the third-party ones that I'm talking about specifically. We got to have them on every platform that you possibly can. It's almost criminal that a game this good that is just getting universal 10 out of 10 praises across the board, right, can only be played on one platform right now. And you have a section of the gaming audience that's on the outside looking in. And they're hoping that maybe in May or June, it'll come to PC and eventually come to Xbox. We got to stop doing that. We just simply do. When I see people talking about that online, I'm nodding my head. I go, yes, I agree. It 100% should be on Xbox right now. I understand there's timed exclusivity things. You pay for this, you pay for that. We got to stop doing it. And I know that Xbox last year has started having a better working agreement with Square Enix, and now we're going to start seeing more Square games come to the Xbox platform. Like even during Developer Direct, I'm blank. What is it? Not Chrono Trigger. What the hell am I thinking of? The game that showed the Developer Direct.
We have the Mana game. Visions of Mana.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. That game as an example. But we need a big AAA Final Fantasy VII remake, and Rebirth should be on Xbox. I am hoping that Xbox is working with Square to get that on the platform as soon as possible. And I hope moving forward, we don't see things like this.
Bro, when this guy talks, I want to vomit, bro. I swear to God, bro. For real.
It pulled me in. And then
like, yo. This guy makes me want to vomit when I listen to his stuff, bro. Like, seriously. Look at this. Right here. This was, what is it? 21 September 20. This is in 2021, right? It says right here. If future games like Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield, Fallout 5 are not exclusive to Xbox platform, then what was the point of this acquisition? The point is to add value to Game Pass and incentive to purchase Xbox hardware. It's why you have exclusive content. What the F, bro? So you co-signed Microsoft buying an entire third-party publisher, locking out the market leader in console hardware. And you had no problem with it.
See, it pulled me in. And then
annoying, bro. What's this one? No, not even this one. What is it? I think I saw somebody else make a comment on this. Hold on. Let me show y'all something else, bro. Cause this is ridiculous. This is absolutely asinine. This is the most lack of self-awareness shit I have ever seen in my life, bro. Let me show you another thing I seen, bro. This shit is crazy. Hold on. This one right here was crazy when I saw this. This one was wild. Look at this one, bro. I'm gonna show y'all. This is wild. Look at this. Look at this. Yo, this is wild, bro. Let me put right here. Look at this. I don't care if a game is exclusive. I only care that it's available for me to play it. The 28th of May in 2022. Yo, this dude is bugging. This dude is bugging. And you know what? I can't even hate on this dude, bro. I can't hate. Look at this dude, bro. You know who's looking stupid out here? I'm going to tell you who really looks stupid. It ain't really him. It's PlayStation and Sony. They looking stupid out here. You guys probably thinking, Porter, what are you talking about? What you talking about? How's Sony looking stupid? Yes, I'm sorry to say, Sony and PlayStation looking stupid. They're looking mad dumb. And yo, they're the fools. They're the idiots. I can't even hate on Paris. You know, his comments make me, yo, it's like I want to vomit listening. Like, this dude sucks, bro. How's this dude on one of the most popular podcasts? This dude is garbage. He doesn't say nothing, no consistency. Stand on your word. Can you stand on business? Bro, but I'm going to show you one thing, though. Why PlayStation looks stupid. Look at this. I'm going to show y'all right here. August 2023, Spider-Man 2 limited edition PS5 bundle just arrived. Full unboxing coming. Thank you, PlayStation, for sending this over. I cannot wait for October 20th. Get that bag, bro. Here's another one. 2022. A huge thank you, PlayStation, for sending over the new PS5 covers in DualSense colors. Cosmic Red and Galactic Purple are my favorites. Thank you, PlayStation, for sending over the new PS5 Slim console. Did a quick unboxing for comparison to the original with more to come. Provided by PlayStation. And October in 20. Thank you, PlayStation, for providing PS5s for review. I'll have an unbox vid and some very brief impressions soon. Just remember, gaming is about bringing us together regardless of platform, having fun. PlayStation using this dude who's consistently shitting on them But they give him free shit? Hey, can't be mad at that dude. PlayStation is stupid. Dumb. You're giving this dude free shit to which benefits his channel, his content, while at the same time shitting on your strategy, but he has no problem when Microsoft takes away games from the PlayStation platform. None at all. Yo, this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is wild. The shit that's going on, bro. And listen, if you're new to the channel, you should go back to some of my other videos. Cause and those of you that stuck around, you know I warned you. I told you this shit was gonna happen. I told you, pay attention to those content creators that are closest to Microsoft. They're gonna change their tune. They're going to shift. They're going to change the narrative. And when they change the narrative, that's when you know Microsoft completely changed who they are. Okay? All of it. All those Xbox games, whole slate, going to PlayStation. They're going to change their narrative. They're going to concubine the whole shebang. Not only are they going to concubine over their company, they're going to try to make PlayStation look bad. And the only reason they don't even try to bring up Nintendo, right? Because Nintendo gives no fucks. If anything, if you say anything bad to Nintendo, if Paris says anything bad to Nintendo, he'll get cut the fuck off that day. Hell, they'll probably sue his ass. They'll probably tell him, don't you ever say our name or we're suing you and we will take everything from you. We will bleed you dry. We dare you say some shit about us. So they won't even try. All these content creators, they're only focusing on PlayStation. They won't go near Nintendo because Nintendo will fuck them up. Go ahead and say some stupid shit and see how fast they will cut you off for everything. They're not stupid. Yo, this is wild. I'm gonna leave this on a final note, right? First, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Final Fantasy Rebirth is out. I'm still playing Grand Blue Fantasy. I'm still trying to fight for democracy. Now we got Final Fantasy Rebirth. And by the time I know it, god damn it, Rise of Ronin will be here. And then there's some VR games that's out there. Shit. And y'all thought PlayStation gaming in 2024 was going to be bad? Get out of here with your bullshit. That's my first point. Happy gaming. Second point, AAA gaming's here to stay. Do not fall for the bullshit corporate execs, because they don't give a fuck about you. And number 3, PlayStation's still going to go for them exclusives. Vicious, suck it the hell up. You got like 9 PlayStation consoles to play those games. Play those games on PlayStation. Play it on PlayStation. Boot it up. That's why you have it. Complaining about some shit on a console you got to play these games. Man, get your asses out of here. Your only friend is YouTube stream Porter77. Hit the comment section up, like, subscribe, consider becoming a member. But most of all, I just want y'all here. Just enjoy the show. 60 frames, no lag. Every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't tuned in, let this be the first time. And enjoy the show. I'm out of here. I'm going to play some games. Guess it, hold up. Screw the bullshit. We good in here. Grand opening, grand closing. Peace.
Grand opening, grand closing.